Starting January 1st, 2020, there will be statewide rent control here in California, and I'm going to tell you what you need to know. So stick around. Hey everybody, Jennifer Hine here, a Los Angeles area-based real estate agent with Rodeo Realty. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about AB 1482, the Tenant Protection Act Bill. Now, this video is not about the pros and cons of the bill or the politics of it. It's basically to provide you the information that you need to know moving forward. So let's get started. Today we're going to cover four main areas. Which type of buildings are impacted? How much will your rent go up? What will happen if you're already in a city with rent control? And what are the other parts of the bill? So which type of buildings? Primarily apartment buildings and multifamily units. Single family and condos are exempt with the exception of if they are owned by a corporation or a real estate investment trust. Duplexes, when the owner of the duplex lives in one of the units, those are also exempt. Rentals that are at least 15 years old. This is a rolling number, so units built in 2005 will be covered in 2020, and units built in 2006 will be covered in 2021. How much will rent go up? Rent increase would be limited to 5% plus the local inflation rate, not to exceed 10%. The rate of inflation will be tied to the consumer price index in each metropolitan area. In Los Angeles County, it is averaged between 2.5% from 2001 to 2018. An example, if you live in Burbank and pay $1,500 per month rent and the local area's inflation rate is 2.5%, your landlord could raise your rent as much as 7.5% per year, which would be a $112.50 per month increase. What if you live in a city that already has rent control? For the most part, the rules will not change. AB 1482 will not override local rent control. However, it will cover units that are not already covered by local rent control laws. For example, in the city of Los Angeles, the local rent control law only applies to buildings constructed before 1978. Several hundred thousand newer units that opened in the nearly 3 decades from 1978 to 2005 will be covered under AB 1482. So, in the city of Los Angeles, if you live in a building that opened before 1978, your rent will be capped under the provisions of the city's law. It's 4% this year. If you live in a building that opened after 1978 and is at least 15 years old, your rent will be capped at 5% plus inflation. What else is in the bill? There is a provision that will require landlords to show just cause, such as failure to pay rent when evicting tenants. This will end the ability that landlords have now in most parts of the state, according to Cal Matters, to evict tenants without giving an explicit reason. For tenants that have lived at a property for at least 1 year, landlords will have to give the renter the opportunity to cure the violation. If a landlord wants to convert the rentals to condos or substantially remodel the property, they need to provide 1 month's relocation fees to the tenant. This measure will extend until 2030 unless lawmakers decide to extend it. Well, that wraps it up. I hope you found this information helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you're thinking about moving to the Southeast Valley or the Los Angeles area, feel free to reach out. I'd be honored to help you. Well, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Have a good one.